So I want to make sure the viewers know that if they come to Skamania County and need search and rescue response, it may be delayed because of this very incident.
Coming up this morning on Sunrise, the Skamania County Sheriff's Office says it's disgusted after thieves stole thousands of dollars and equipment from their search and rescue team. And there's only one more day to go until Ohio State and the University of Oregon duke it out in the Rose Bowl. We have Orlando Sanchez live in Pasadena with a preview of the game. We'll check in with him in just a few minutes. And the stage is set for the biggest New Year's Eve party in the world. This is a live look from Times Square, courtesy of EarthCam. We're now 18 hours away from 2025. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday here. I'm China Green. Very exciting day. It's the day before the big game, but we're going to head over to Chris McGinnis for a look at the weather first.
And, of course, New Year's Eve, right?
Yes.
We've got wet weather returning for our New Year's Eve festivities. More on that in a bit. But for now, it's actually partly cloudy over downtown. It's 40 degrees at the airport. It's 36 in downtown. But check this out. State Capitol right now is pretty foggy and 31. So we start with that as the weather headline to start off our morning. The central and southern Willamette Valley under a dense fog advisory until 11 a.m. And with temperatures in some cases near or below freezing, that does set the stage for possibly some freezing fog. Half-mile visibility in Salem, quarter-mile visibility right now out towards the Hillsborough area. And the fog generally gets a little thicker the farther south along the I-5 corridor you head today. So foggy areas this morning. The fog lifts, but I think a mostly cloudy day generally. And then I've got rain, at least light rain, moving in probably around sunset or shortly thereafter. That'll be with us as we go into our New Year's Eve. I'll walk you through that with Futurecast, and of course, we'll look ahead to your New Year's Day forecast in just a few minutes. Let's get you out the door. I can show you some of the other foggy areas. That's I-205 through the West Lynn area near Highway 43. The headlights there, that's the northbound commute. Again, kind of foggy on that side of town. Out in the Hillsborough area, light fog out near Cornelius Pass Road, but the freeway itself is in good shape. And contrasting that with the east side, I don't see much fog on the east side of Portland right now. That's I-205 over near Foster. So far, China, no major freeway trouble on this Tuesday morning.
Thank you, Chris. So doctors at 8 Oregon hospitals are preparing to go on strike. The union representing Providence doctors, nurses, and other medical staff from across the state announced a 10-day strike notice Monday. Our Thomas Schultz joins us from the Providence Portland Medical Center in Northeast Portland with more on this. Thomas?
Yeah, well, China, nearly 5,000 doctors and other healthcare workers are expected to begin that strike on January 10th in what would be the first doctor strike in Oregon history. The Oregon Nurses Association says this is also expected to be the largest nurses and healthcare workers strike in state history. Doctors and nurses say they've told administrators for years that they need more staffing and say shortages have become a big problem. Often there's long waits for service, putting patients at risk.
When it's day in, day out, month after month, day after day, week after week, it starts to wear on you and it starts to get really draining.
Though Providence administrators say the strike notice is a disappointment because they thought they were making progress in negotiations. Just last week, they say the two sides held expedited bargaining sessions. Now, with the strike looming, Providence says they plan to stop bargaining until January 10th and focus instead on patient care.
We are taking a strike notice as people at their words saying they're going to do something. It would be irresponsible of us to not focus on how we would take care of patients during that eventuality.
Providence says that they are now looking for backup doctors and nurses to ensure they can still provide that quality care, though they say as of right now, no plans have been finalized. China.
Thank you, Thomas. New this morning, Salem police are asking for the public's help finding a vehicle that may have been involved in a deadly hit and run on December 23rd. Here's a look at the surveillance video. Police say that white vehicle was near the scene at Murlark Avenue and Edgewater Street around 8:30 that night, right after the hit and run happened. The victim, identified as Stephen Bishop, died at the scene. Investigators believe the vehicle in question is a white Jeep Grand Cherokee, possibly a 2015 or 2016 model. Anyone with information should contact Salem police.
Stop.
Very close call at LAX. We just got this new video after a private charter flight carrying the Gonzaga men's basketball team taxied too close to an active runway right as a larger Delta jet took off. The FAA says the jet crossed the holding point but stopped short of the edge of the runway. In a statement, Gonzaga University says it is grateful the incident ended safely for everyone. Authorities are now investigating. We're learning more about the woman who's accused of boarding a Delta flight at SeaTac without a boarding pass. According to court documents, the suspect bypassed the ID check at security by ducking under a station. After clearing security, she made it on the flight by walking behind another passenger at the gate counter. She was caught on board before the flight took off. She now faces charges, including criminal trespass, and she's been ordered to undergo a competency evaluation. All right, switching gears now to talk about the Rose Bowl, because tomorrow is a big day for the Oregon Ducks. Number 1 team will take on number 6 Ohio State in Pasadena. That is where KGW sports reporter Orlando Sanchez is live this morning. Orlando, what can we expect tomorrow?
China, it's about to go down. As we mentioned, just one more sleep until the granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. The stage is set here in Pasadena. I cannot wait. Even driving into the stadium today, you can already see things being built. And let me just say, some of those floats for the parade tomorrow, my goodness, they are massive. It just tells you how big this place is, what this means, the history, the tradition, all of the vibes expected here tomorrow for what is going to be an epic game. If round 1 was as good as advertised, my goodness, round 2 could be another classic on our hands. The Ducks winning by 1 point in a thriller over Ohio State that came down to the final seconds back in October in Eugene. There are so many keys to this game. Can the Ducks protect Dylan Gabriel? Can the Ducks create pressure on defense? It is going to be a tight game where we are splitting hairs. And let me just say, I know Oregon is thrilled to be back on the field. It will be 25 days since their last game, basically a month since they beat Penn State in the Big Ten championship. So let's hope that rust is not an issue and rest reigns supreme. And I know we mentioned fit checks in the last live hit. They're going to wear chrome helmets. So when that sun is setting out here, those helmets are going to turn pink. It is going to be so dope. China, we got much more coming up.
That is iconic, and I wouldn't expect anything less from the Oregon Ducks. And before the Rose Bowl tomorrow, the Rose Parade, of course. Volunteers are busy putting the final touches on the floats before they drive down the streets of Pasadena tomorrow morning. Thousands are expected to line the parade route, and those who don't have tickets to sit in the stands will start to camp along the sidewalks this morning. They really want to see that happened. Wow, camping out this morning to see that. How's the weather out there?
You do that when it's 71 degrees.
Oh, sure,
right? Yeah,
sure.
That just rubs it in a little bit more, does it? Oh, my goodness. There's the Pasadena forecast tomorrow. 71 at kickoff with plenty of sunshine. So good looking day and a great day for football. Every day is a great day for football, right? All right, back to the here and now. We've got fog, and that is our issue this morning. The southern Willamette Valley under a dense fog advisory until 11 a.m. But I wanted to show you this. By the way, that means visibility quarter mile or less. We take you to Salem, not in the advisory at this moment, but you can see the fog's pretty thick on our state capitol camera, and it's 31. So with that in mind, in areas that are seeing fog this morning, freezing fog could be an issue where the fog freezes the surfaces and roads could be a little slick in that case. Downtown Portland, it's 36. It's 40 at the airport, though, and you can see the sky over downtown trying to clear a little bit. So between now and sunrise, fog could still be an issue in downtown. It's 35 now in Beaverton's, 34 in Hillsborough, and as we mentioned, 31 in Salem and Almsville. All right, the plan for today, after the fog lifts, the next weather maker rolls in. So clouds thicken up, but I don't know that we see much in the way of any sunshine today. And here we are just shy of 5 o'clock with rain on our doorstep. So rain this evening and probably on and off through the overnight hours. And that means your New Year's Eve festivities are going to be a little wet. Tomorrow, New Year's Day itself, actually a little drippy, but there's no overwhelming band of rain coming in during the day tomorrow. So Wednesday itself actually doesn't look that bad. Also did want to point out that there is a winter weather advisory for the east slopes of the Cascades North and Central Oregon Cascades, also Marion County, Linn, and Lane counties. If you're traveling over the Santiam Pass, for instance, that could be an area that gets hit pretty good overnight tonight. Cascade Ski Resort's easily picking up another 2 to 6 inches plus over the next 36 hours. Morning fog, evening rain today, 45. We ring in the new year with some on-and-off rain. Tomorrow, 46 with a significant weather maker coming in Thursday and Friday. This one could give us a half an inch to an inch of rain to make it kind of a wet start to the new year. Back to you, China.